I love it. Happy Monday, guys. Stocks are going crazy. SoFi's up, and we have to break down everything going on these charts, what I'm doing, and overall where my head's at right now. As again, every index is up. Oil's down. The VIX is down. So let's dive into it. Hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe. Join my Patreon if you guys want to keep up with my portfolio updates, my trades, investments. If you want to be a part of my private Discord, all that's on Patreon. Link down below, pinned in the comments, or go to stasurfest.com/Patreon. And I just posted a ridiculous portfolio update on Patreon with charts, performance, all that stuff. Check it out. Go check it out, guys. And if you're in the Patreon, make sure to go look at that recent post. So, SoFi right now is up 10%, which I was reading. It's the best day since April for the stock. Let me double check that. Wait, since April 2025. I thought it said April 26. April 2025. It's on pace for the largest percentage increase in what? 18 months, 16 months. I mean, guys, this stock obviously has been battered all year. It hasn't seen a run of 10%, which honestly is not too crazy for a name like SoFi. It's been 16 months. So the stock is breaking out, obviously, on the 5-day, 5-minute chart. On the 30-minute chart, we're trading at a high as well. Now we have a golden cross. We're taking out the highs from the middle end of July. Happy August, by the way, guys. And on the 1-hour chart, we're finally starting to break out of this downtrend that we were in on this time frame for a couple weeks, right? Now we're starting to push 18 a share. We're now up over 10%, 10.2 to be exact. And on the 4-hour time frame, ladies and gentlemen, we're obviously not fully breaking out yet until we take out $20. So we're not fully breaking out. But we are now pushing over both moving averages on this time frame, and the major resistance is $20, 19.50. But we could actually fill the gap to that resistance. I think we're going to test it again. I'm not saying we're going to break out. That might be a bit too premature here, considering we've tested it time and time again and we haven't broken out, but eventually we will. And who knows, maybe it is this time coming up. So we're at $18 pretty much, up 10.25% right now after pretty good earnings. So clearly the market digested the earnings a bit, realized there's no reason why SoFi should really take out the lows from a couple months ago and go down to $10, $11, $12, $13. There's no reason SoFi should do that based on these numbers. And here we are. Best percentage day since April of 2025. It makes sense, and I think this rally could have legs. Like I said, I think we will test this high from the last couple of months, 19.50, $20 a share. Then that's the moment of truth, right? And who knows? I mean, look, the market is crushing it right now. The Qs are up 1.75%. Same with the Russell. S&P's up 1.5%. Dow's up, 1%? So we're going nuts across the board. Wait, did we just lose power again? No, I just saw. Okay, no, never mind, guys. We lost power like 10 minutes ago. The lights flickered, went in and out, and I thought I just saw it again. No, it's actually my ring light here that you can't really tell, but it flickers. Also, every so often it flickers a little bit, so it tricked me there. And by the way, I need a new ring light, guys. I don't know why I just don't buy one. I mean, I've had this for 4 years. They're like $100. I've just been putting it off. Anyway, guys, SoFi is now, I think, on the way to test $20. And if the entire market continues to run, which I think it sure looks like it's trying to. We have some legs here in the market finally after the unwind in AI for now. If that continues, I think SoFi could potentially break $20. But I don't want to be too premature on the overall market breakout call out either, considering we're still on this downtrend. The Qs are still downtrending on the 4-hour. You guys see here, we're still on this channel. And the S&P 500, looking at SPY, it's breaking out a bit further, but it's also not quite yet out of this resistance, being 760. Now, SPY is way more ahead of of the Qs here in the breakout. SPY is actually well above the moving averages. We're actually taking out the highs from the last couple of weeks. We're now just testing the all-time high. That's the main resistance, whereas, again, the Qs are still under the critical 180 SMA moving average. We're still well under the low, or the highs rather, from a couple weeks ago. Well under the all-time high. We're about $50 off. So SPY's a bit ahead of the Qs, and could be actually a leading indicator of what could be coming here from the Qs, especially as the hyperscalers are just going insane, guys. Forget about the semiconductors for a second. Those are actually hurting a bit today, or at least they were earlier. Yeah, now they're starting to creep green. Forget about those for a second. If you look at Microsoft, stocks like Google, I mean, people don't realize, well, a lot of people do realize, but Microsoft's going ballistic, another 5% up today. Google is up around, let's see, 4.5%, 6%, 5%. This stock was just at 317 literally a week ago. Now we're pushing 375. These stocks are going nuts. Amazon, I mean, my biggest stock holding, Amazon is going berserk in the last couple of days. It is up literally $60 per share. So hyperscalers are going nuts. And I say that to say this: if that continues, and look, we'll get a pullback, we're a bit overbought, but overall, over the coming weeks, months, if that continues, there's no doubt the Qs will retake 750, or at least get close. And eventually, I mean, they will take out 750. But hyperscalers are crushing it, guys. Amazon, maybe Meta's the only one not doing so well, I guess, right? But all these other guys are doing well, man. And you just saw Apple report earnings that were solid. I just think the stock had too much baked into the stock going into the report. And we're getting this reaction, but it was at all-time highs. So all these big tech, mega cap stocks are crushing it, and that's where the money's clearly going. It's coming out of these, semiconductors into software names, into Mag 7, the big tech trade, mainly the ones that we've covered so far here. That's clearly what's going on, and there's no doubt in my mind Apple is going to get bid up again. I'm just waiting for this thing to maybe come under 300. If we can get this under 300 in the 280-90 range, I'm not going to go all in on Apple, guys. Listen, I used to own the stock. I made a lot of money on it. I'm not knocking Apple. I'm not knocking Apple, right? I'm trying to say three things at once here, but I'm not going to go all in, but I am considering a swing trade here. I was even looking at the options market. I was looking at calls. Might buy some calls. That's how confident I am heading into the end of the year that this dip is only temporary. And I think if it slips a little bit more, it's going to be way more attractive. A lot of people are going to hop on the trade. In my opinion, it's just one of those names that whenever it goes down 10-15%, people are going to just buy it. It's Apple, right? And the story is with Apple, we all know they're not heavily exposed to this AI infrastructure CapEx story, which was hurting a lot of these big tech stocks. But that might have shifted for now, considering Amazon's back up, super high CapEx, Microsoft, Google's going nuts. So that story might be shifting a little bit in real time, but no doubt Apple, heading into the end of the year with agentic Siri, everybody's thinking about the new iPhone, and overall their CapEx to AI isn't that crazy, so it could still play out nicely. And I'm considering, buying some Apple for the first time in a while, guys. I used to own it years ago. I made money on it. It's funny. I remember about 10 years ago now, in 2017, I was working my corporate job at the time, and my coworker was like, Stas, why are you buying Apple stock, man? That stock's overvalued. Don't buy it. Buy the, I forget what else or what he said to buy. Funny enough, and I just laughed at him. And I made a lot of money on Apple back at that time, and clearly it's gone up. I mean, it's a $5 trillion market cap at this point. It's I should have held, honestly. I should have just held that initial investment, but it's all good because I put that money elsewhere, made money elsewhere. Now I'm looking at it as a trade. And we've heard people say $400 Apple with agentic Siri, the new iPhone, potentially, yeah, that's coming. But for me, I'm not shooting for the stars here, guys. If we can get this thing at the 280, 290 level, 300 even, I'm willing to buy some. But I'm just letting it shake out a little bit. Earnings just came out. If we can get it at 275 to 300, let's say, a move back to 330, 40, 50, that's all I need. I'm not trying to get too greedy here. Even 325, I would consider locking in some profits. And I think that's very reasonable. So with that being said, guys, that's it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments on SoFi, the overall market, big tech. It's a big time in the market these days. And earnings, we have a lot of earnings this week. Buckle up. We're just getting started, and we're heading into midterms. It is August. Things have slowed down. Volume maybe is, chilled out a bit. But heading into the back half of this year, man, we're in it. But the last quarter especially, it's about to get real. So buckle up, hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, join my Patreon if you want to keep up with my portfolio updates. And again, I just made a crazy update, guys. It's almost like an institutional grade portfolio update. Go check it out on Patreon. We also have the private Discord, all that, link down below, pinned in the comments, or go to StockSurfest.com/Patreon. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video.